Crabman from Crabman Gaming here, and today we are playing Cricket Captain 2020. This is video number 5, 3 T20 games against England. The next video will be 3 T20 games against Australia, and that leads us into video 7, which is the 2020 World Cup. We're going to select the squad. I'm going to have a look. I'm going to just take out Manesh Pandey, and I think I want a spare pace bowler. So let's go to Korea. Let's see who's done a good job. Some of these players are players who've been in the last few years. Probably want Kumar. He's done a pretty good job. Well, Mohammad Shami. Where's Shami? He hasn't played too many. I'm actually going to get Kumar in because he's very economical in the T20 format of the game. So let's get him in and around the squad. Let's just do batting and bowlers. Let's go Bumrah. We're going to go with Yadav and Chahar. I'm just seeing how he goes in these next couple of games. Let's give the keeping to Dhoni, and let's just get... I don't think Chahal is going to get in the team. Oh, Pandey is there. He can be my other fielder. Okay, let's kick it off. Let's see who is in the... Let's have a look at the conditions. A bit of rain around. Let's go with Rohit, Kohli, Rahul, Iyer, Pant, Dhoni, Pandya, Jadeja, Yadav, Bumrah and Chahar is who I want on the seam bowler. Let's get him second, Bumrah in first. Great. Alright, let's kick this off. Let's have a look at the England lineup. That looks very similar to the one-day lineup. Johnny Bairstow, Jason Roy, Joe Root, Owen Morgan, the exciting young batsman, keeper Tommy Banton, Ben Stokes, Joe Denley, Chris Wokes, Adil Rashid, Tom Curran, Jofra Archer. Let's have a look at what happens here. Now, there is some rain around, so I am going to bowl to kick this game off. Let's see if there is a rain break. 10 overs each. Now, I will just tell you this quick little story, is I'd actually played half of this game before, and then the game crashed, so I am starting this again. So I had played half of this game, and I am playing it again, but that's okay. And just as we start, I'm going to show my social media quickly, so you can find me on Facebook at Crabman, well, on the Crabman Gaming page, and on Twitter at Crabman Gaming. Thanks for the people who have followed so far. Here's Bumrah, and he's got a wicket first ball. He's taken out Johnny Bairstow. Very first ball. Can he get Jason Roy first ball as well? Oh, that would have been exciting. Golden pair for the openers. That would have been very interesting. It does say 12 overs here, but I think there'll be 3 overs of power play. So basically everyone is halved, and this is actually going to be really interesting because it's just 2 overs each. So I am actually going to bowl Bumrah his second over here because I'd like to get on top early and really try and get another wicket. So it's 12 for 2. And then he's done for the day. That's a pretty easy day. Just turn up, bowl 2 overs, knock over Owen Morgan, 13 for 3. It's a very bizarre way to start this series off with just with a 10-10. It's a bit like that league that's been going around the world, that 10-10 league. I haven't seen very much of it myself. You'll see lots of aggressive batting. I might leave Pandya to the end, see if spin will help. I did go and see a very bizarre rain-reduced game once, which was the Perth Scorchers versus the Melbourne Stars from BBL2, and the Scorchers, sadly for me, only made 69, and then the Stars came out and hit 29 off 2 overs. Then it rained for about an hour and a half, and then really bizarrely they came out for 1 ball because it's a minimum 5 overs for a result, and they came out and bowled one ball. It was a dot ball for some reason. They needed to face that. And then the Stars won despite only facing 2.1 overs, but they'd made 29. And the reason they had won is because the DLS score required after 5 overs was only 9, or it might have even been 7. So they had already won. They'd already achieved the 5 over target for a result. So that's probably the quickest run chase victory in a T20 in one of the domestic leagues. 2 overs. Maybe not. Maybe there's some quicker ones we've seen. Chahar's back on. I know there's been some very low scores in some of the women's internationals between, I think Uganda played and might have made 10 and 8 in a couple of T20's. Alright, but let's focus on the end. Pandya's bowled a really good over here of just 2. It's 75 for 4. That's a really good over here by England. Root smashed a couple away. He's pretty much battered the innings. Denley's gone first ball. And a 6 to finish. So 2 wickets and 20 runs off that over. And 10 overs, 6 for 95. Quite bizarre. 3 for Pandya. And 2 Bumrah bowled well at the start. 2 for 10. Really hard to know what to expect in a T10 match. We'll just keep the highlights on all the way. We can be nice and aggressive. We're probably not being aggressive enough. In all fairness, it's... Oh, rain... Oh, match abandoned. Oh, well, that's a shame. So just the 1 over. It's my second ever abandonment. Playing cricket captain here. My last one was in the Australian 2020 World Cup. Well, 5 not out for Kohli. Does it count as an innings if the game's abandoned? I think it does nudge that average up a little bit. So we lost too much cricket to get a result in. So the first game is washed out. So really we need to win both these games now to win the series. It puts a little bit more pressure on. Wonder if there'll be rain in this second game as well. Let's have a look. Oh no, looks pretty clear. Maybe we'll get a full game. Let's go with the same 11. You can't really fault anyone too much for that. Lost the toss and we are going to bowl. I don't think I don't think England have changed anyone. They haven't. We should get a full T20 up here. Oh, shame that first one was abandoned. So probably I do say this in most of the videos, but probably the most challenging format to win is the 2020. I think the shorter the game, the more even the sides become, the more chance you've got in a test match. You know, you can just grind away. Let's just hit him outside. Chahar's done well to get a wicket first ball. Bumrah's got one caught behind. Oh no, I forgot to change the keeper. What's KL Rahul doing keeping? Where's Dhoni? What is he doing out in the field? I missed that on the way through. So apologies for that. I don't know why they would default select Rahul over Dhoni, but that's the way it's gone. Morgan is gone. Bowled by Bumrah for... How many did he make? Just 2. Alright, let's move it. Let's get an over of Pandya out the way. And now let's bring the spin on. We'll get Yadav bowling over the wicket here. Whoops. And get Jadeja on as well. Oh, it's been pretty expensive. It's really Yadav and Chahal battling it out for that place to partner Jadeja with the spin bowling lineup. Roy's gone, which is great because he's very aggressive. Every time I play England, he seems to get runs. It doesn't matter who I play as. He's just always amongst the runs. Yadav to Tommy Banton. It's coming wide on the crease. That's not out. Came too wide. Oh, gee, he's been smashed. Wonder if there's anyone who can bowl his last over. Oh, I might just back him in. Don't really think we have anyone whose career record. Yeah, don't really want to bowl either of those two. All right, Jadeja will finish off. He's been very economical. I'm a bit worried about this building England score. He's drawn Ben Stokes out the crease. That's a big stumping. Don't worry about going to the third umpire. He was very slow. 5 off 12 balls. Could get another wicket. Banton's taken in for 2 boundaries. Throws it up. It's just a single. Alright, Pandya is in. Oh, he's been smashed as well. Alright. I was going to bring Yadav on now, but what I'll do is I'll bowl Chahar and Bumrah, and Yadav and Pandya are just going to have to bowl at the end because we need a wicket, because Tom Banton is absolutely destroying the bowling lineup. We do need it. If we don't get a wicket, we could be in trouble. Chahar, last hope. Oh, let's get Yadav on. England looking at 200. Tom Banton could be looking at 100 from number 5. That's out. It's hit him in leg stump. Raise that finger. Yadav's trapped Banton in front. Just pitched in line. 89. That's a great score from number 5. What can Chris Wokes do? Don't really know what Denley's doing there in the team at 7. When he's not going to bowl. Not really sure who else they should put there. Could probably bat Wokes there, to be honest, and play a kind of bowling all-rounder. Yadav's got Denley. Pandya's got to finish off. He has been smashed. Can he get a wicket? Oh, no ball. Snicks one. Rahul takes the catch as he's enjoying the gloves today. Last ball. It's that run-out chance. Gee, it's in quick. That's out. That was some good fielding. Tom Curran gone for a golden duck, sacrificing his wicket. England, 190 for 9. Tommy Banton, 89 at nearly 2 runs per ball. Jason Roy, a very fast 48 off 26 as well. Denley did chip in down the bottom there with 23. You're not going to get much opportunity batting at 7. Bumrah 2 for 44 was expensive. Chahar was tidy, 1 for 25. Pandya was smashed, 1 for 52. Yadav, expensive in the first 2 for 44. Jadeja, very tight bowling, 2 for 25. Well, it's going to require a big effort. I'll put highlights on in the power play, and the last 5 whipped away by Sharma. They need big things here from Sharma and Kohli today. Kohli got his first T20 international century against Sri Lanka. I didn't know that he didn't have one, although it is hard to get in international cricket. Sharma's gone. We do need to win this match to have a chance of winning the series, otherwise the series can just be tied. It's a real... G. Kohli's gone as well. It's kind of a shame about 2-match series, is that if you lose one, there's no chance to win, which is really what's happened to this series. You don't really tend to see a lot of 5-match T20 bilateral series between 2 countries. I think just the 3 a lot of times. Shreya's eyes out, and we're in a lot of trouble here. Pant needs to do really well and not get out first ball, and he's been dropped. I quite liked Australia did a T20 tri-series with New Zealand, and I can't remember who else it was. I've forgotten. Might have been England, and they played that in New Zealand. That was quite entertaining. I did like that little tri-series. And they had a tri-series with Pakistan and Zimbabwe as well a couple of years ago. That was in Zimbabwe, which I think I was the only person who did watch that. But Aaron Finch did score 172 in a T20, so I do remember that innings. And he was out with a few overs to go as well, so he was a big chance of a 200. All right, Pant doing a good job here. Oh, I thought I'd put the commentator's curse on him. I have. He's gone. All right, Dhoni. We're actually a little bit ahead of where we need to be, and I forgot to turn the highlights off. A little bit behind the DLS. Kind of don't want it to go above 11. I'm happy as long as it doesn't go over 11. One more over. Oh, then I was just about to crank it up. Pandya's in. Rahul's out. It's looking tough. To a ball. Jadeja's out. Now that's pretty much it. Once Jadeja's out, Pandya's going to have to do something really special. 65 off the last 5. It's going to be the Pandya show. Oh, he's gone. Alright, well, I think we are going to struggle. That's a nice boundary from Yadav. 53 off the final 4. Just hasn't come together today. But maybe it's a chance for the tail to pull off a miracle. 48 from 18. You don't want to bat your tailenders at full aggression. They'll just get out straight away. Like Chahari's finding it very difficult. And looks like England are just about to win. I don't think Bumrah has too many T20 international runs. I'll have a quick look. He's made 5. And he's actually only made 13. So he'd had 8 in 54 games before this. So not a lot of opportunity to bat for Bumrah. And he's gone. That's the end of the game. England win by 40. It's a little bit disappointing. Tommy Banton, man of the match. Can we pull it together in this final match? Not a lot of opportunity to get going in this series. Yadav's going to. I kind of want to give Krunal Pandya a go as well, but it's probably a bit low to bat him there as well. Shaday's just not getting much of a bat. I might just give Krunal Pandya a go. Jadeja is still my number 1. Chahar, he's been economical. He's been pretty good. I also want to try and get Bumrah in there. Yeah, why is Rahul keeping? Which I don't really know why. We'll give Prithvi Shaw. We'll give Prithvi Shaw a go here in at 5, Pan at 4. Where does he like batting? Yeah, he likes batting at 4. Alright. Did lose a couple, so we're going to give it a go. I did want to bat first. Any rain around? No rain around. The England lineup looks very similar to me. I don't think they've changed anyone. They're going in with the same 11. We're going to look to be quite aggressive. It is a spinning pitch. Kohli dabs one away for 4. Sharma plays one nicely down the ground. Gee, I don't know about these shadows. It's actually making the ball very hard to pick up. It's never usually this hard to pick up, or maybe that's just me. That's a good first over. That's a wide down leg side. Must have flicked the pad. Oh, Sharma gets a pie from Curran. Don't hit that. Looking for a big innings here from Sharma. It's a good start for India. 27 off the first 2. Oh, I knew it. Commentator's curse. So frustrating. Kohli's gone. We'll do highlights for the first 6. Lovely flick away from 6 by Rohit. Oh, that is just power to another 6. Rahul. That's the run out, but he's in. Oh, Plum. Oh, India. Not even batting that aggressively. But England are a very, very good T20 side. Smash down the ground. Oh, we've got one over the power play to go. Huge 6 by Pant. He's getting an opportunity up the order today at number 4 instead of number 5. That's the power play done. 2 for 70 from the power play. India do bat deep. So it could be an opportunity for a big score. As long as they don't lose too many wickets. They've just been a bit slow last few overs. Oh, Rahul getting out just when we didn't need a wicket. Alright, 5 to go. 128. Probably looking at 180 plus would be a good score. I did think India looked on track for 200 at one stage. There were 70 after 6 overs and then 133 after 15. So just 63 off the next 8 overs. Or 9 overs, should I say. So they did slow down. This is the nice run rate graph. I don't know why it goes up to 300. Probably 250 would be a good default, or even 200. And if it goes above that, it could change. It's probably set up for one-day cricket. But that's okay. Not much has been happening in these last 5. Not too many highlights. Dhoni just whips one away. Is that 6? No, it's just bounced before. It's a 4. Prithvi Shaw's gone. Hardik Pandya. He's just going to go full aggressive. Full aggression. Nice 6 to start as there's only 1 over to go. 170. Yeah, 180 plus would be a good score. Sometimes you can not score many in the last over though. There's a nice 4. But it is kind of realistic. Sometimes you don't get a lot of runs in the last over. Pandya's gone. 6 off 2. Good strike rate. Krunal Pandya gets just 1 ball. Scores 1. 180. Okay, can India level up the series? I would like them to. Just getting ready for this World Cup, which does feature a preliminary round between some qualifying nations. So 8 teams qualify automatically, which is definitely India. And then there are 2 groups of 5 who play off against each other, and the top 2 of each group go through as well. So I think last year we had Scotland go through. I can't remember who went through out of the other group. Sri Lanka qualified. They're in the qualifiers. All right, Chahar to Bairstow. That's plum. 37 for 1. Do need a good start. Another wicket would be very handy. Well done, Rahul's hung on to that one. He's out of the gloves today and into first slip. Just like Joe Root in the last video, there was a match where he took 5 catches at first slip. It was incredible. Just everything seemed to go to Joe Root at first slip. I think it was 5 catches and a drop as well. So we had 6 chances. As Pandya rips through Morgan, that's a really handy wicket from the 5th bowler. And I know he's on, I do explain this every video, he's on first change, but he is the 5th bowler in the lineup. He's got Tommy Banton. First ball, he's on a hat-trick. Let's go full. Oh, he's been hit for, how'd you get hit for 6 on a hat-trick ball? Ben Stokes, no fear. And the power play is done, 60 for 4. A little bit behind DLS, mainly due to the wickets lost. Chahal is coming in for his first game of the series. He's got a good, fairly good bowling average. He's got some good variations in his bowling. That's run out. Come on, throw it. No, it's absolutely gone. His umpire here is giving it out. The blonde twin, Stoke. Well, you don't see that very often. Stokes, he's out for 8 off 2 balls. So a very bizarre innings for Ben Stokes, which did include a 6. So a 6, a 2, and then run out. Joe Root. It's been in 8 minutes, but wickets have been tumbling all around him like Christmas snow. Chahal to Root. Could be another run out. Oh, nope, just an edge. Pandya, I'm going to keep him on. That's an interesting over. 2 for 16 off 1 over. We can move the field out as well. Wasn't really successful again, but we can get Krunal Pandya into the attack after Chahal. There's a snick. Dhoni has hung on to it. 6 for 84 for 6. England, we could be looking to tie up this series. Krunal Pandya, left arm. I'm going to get him to go over the wicket. That is a very tidy first over. India have fought back well in this second match. There's a catch. You always know it's a catch when it goes through the stumps. All right, Krunal Pandya, what can he do? He's been very economical. That's out. That's pitched on leg. It has to have pitched on leg. The umpire gives it out. Rashid's gone. Very handy lower order batter. England do bat to number 11, but they still need 86 runs with just 2 wickets remaining. Pandya's been very tight. That's Krunal Pandya. We'll get Chahar back on. Looks like it's just going to push the run rate up. And Denley really should be looking to be a little bit more aggressive. Let's finish up Chahar's overs. Bangs it in. It's a free hit. And it's pretty much the end. 64 off 18. That would be an absolute miracle. They're just batting out slowly. They've really not done much, these two. Just hung in there. Not really sure. They're not really going for the runs. That's out. That is a quick delivery. That's cut back in. Denley's gone for 28. Archer's in. Could this be the end of the series? It is. Oh, it's dropped. Another drop catch. I've been seeing so many drop catches. It's been, frankly, a little bit embarrassing. 53 off 6. Final over. Pandya goes through Archer. It's good to build his confidence. 3 for 33 for Pandya. England all out 128 in reply to India's 180. Nothing really to speak of for the batting, just a slow 28 from Denley. The bowlers all contributed well. Pandya was expensive, but he took 3 for 33, including 2 important wickets early on. Bumrah 2 for 26, Chahar 1 for 30, Chahal 2 for 20. He's trying to get his place in the team over Yadav. And Krunal Pandya, 4 overs, 1 for 17. Impressive. Rohit Sharma is man of the match for his 36 off 15 balls. Really quite hard to pick a man of the match. Who would you choose? Really quite difficult to tell. Anyway, the series is drawn. So interesting, the last 2 series that we've had here indeed in this tour. If you look at the whole itinerary, there you go. There were some very interesting matches indeed. Now the next video, it's going to be really exciting. It's 3 T20's. India in Australia, getting ready for the World Cup in Australia. So thanks for watching today. Have a wonderful day and see you later.